Yeah, you're gonna need to know a little bit about the previous route. Ooh boy. Okay. Yeah, the previous route was required to play and see to unlock this one. Hello, Lorelei. Come on. Luckily, to start this whole mess off, we can actually just skip right to the very first choice. Really, cat? Anyway. Yeah, something like that. Something like wet Surratt in the water environment. So we've been here before. Many times. I forgot what their digital route actually is. I think it's 4, 11, 14, 22, yeah. 4. We don't have any muffins in the house for him to get. And he's not getting the keys to my car. So anyway, now that we have seen what they call the safe ending, we actually have the unlock ready for the true ending. There are no new doors. Not a one. We've seen them all. But now that we've seen the safe ending, we have to start by going through door 4 to open up the final end. And that we will do. And there's still not going to be a whole lot we haven't seen behind door 4. No, what you were seeing, what you saw there was just him answering a question as to what a digital route was. That wasn't a door choice. That was just a dialogue point, basically. So let's see if I can kind of sort of speed my way through this. Those.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
That's... Come on. Work with me, game. That's... Let's see. Turn around. Go back to the door. Nope, can't click on it. Okay, combine action. Just try to rush through all this. Because nothing new is going to happen here. At all. Yeah, first tile. Grab the makeshift key.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
And welcome to the very first, actual dialogue choice that actually makes a difference in what ending you get. You might remember this from the first time we were here, what, 2 streams ago?
A bookmark? What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
And intuition on his part is actually correct. We will need this bookmark.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but...
We've heard it all before.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah.
Leaf words.
Why do we need a bookmark? Excellent question. It'll get cleared up when time comes to use it.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah. I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright? Here.
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
Ugh, that thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know?
Yeah, there are 6 different endings to this game, although one of them is more of a to be continued than a legitimate ending.
Hope, faith, love, even your destiny. Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number.
And everything from here is basically very unimportant.
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but...
Yeah, something we did not really know much about Santa up until this point.
You?
He's a stock trader.
Broker?
Yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The lady has spoken.
We're still in
We better get back to
semi-new
work before we
turf.
really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
Yes, we were.
Okay.
So... there we go. Yeah. And which way was it? I know that one's right. There we go.
What's the deal with this?
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake.
Oh,
He has
give it a
rather-
second.
I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
We will stick around for the Funyarinpa.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult?
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but...
Who do you think we are? I can't believe someone would actually do serious...
Yes, I agree. I read the book, but I'm in no position to defend or condemn. It was probably just someone. There's no scientific... But even so... Anyway, I saw a picture like... Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
A Funyarinpa.
A Funyarinpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Here and here.
What the hell is a Funyarinpa?
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarinpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarinpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
Junpei, are you just screwing around?
He's kidding around.
Forget it. I'm just
And
gonna tell
adulting around.
you. This is a dog. See? Like this.
Okay. Funyarinpa. Okay. Yeah, I am very happy that they always let you choose Funyarinpa. But again, not much is actually going to change until we get to the next room, because we've already seen this. We'd already seen everything up to this point, and we've seen everything after this point. Until we actually have to choose the next door, almost nothing is going to change. I just have to remember all the stuff I actually need to pick up. And just to show it off, it will not let you just speed through this. However, just speeding through this room would basically make you miss something you need to see to progress. Okay, where was the oil? There we go. There's the room I needed.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this. Oh, yeah! There was a novel that...
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But...
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but... the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
Yeah.
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
A hoax?
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank.
Way to kill her dreams, Junpei.
Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel, so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
Really?
Really. There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
But that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
It wasn't?
Yep. There were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead, both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that. But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
Let me skip this yet. Yes. Okay, there. Now we have a proper sharp knife. Smooth the cheese. Grab the oil. Put the oil on the lock, on the bolt. And now we're gonna get frozen. Kind of. Grab the chicken. Grab the dry ice.
Dry ice is just frozen
And
carbon
welcome
dioxide,
to
right?
choice number 2.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that going to help us anyway?
And you need actual iron, not just iron oxide. Your body can't break the iron off of the iron oxide to actually process it.
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
I end up on fire in Overwatch. Does that count?
Yeah, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
And you have to pick that it seems rather odd to hear about Ice 9 and thus unlock the true ending. Choice 2 of 4 so far.
It is kind of weird.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't eat knives.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Knives are not tasty.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense.
You'll see. You'll see how it helps. And yes, they are currently in a freezer, shivering and freezing to death, while going over what Ice 9 is.
And now it's happening everywhere.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees? Man.
It'd be the end of the world.
See, knowing about Ice 9 now will unlock another conversation in a future room.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick. Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
999 makes sense in its own universe. I mean, yes, if you apply it to everything to real world, you're talking about very, very out there theories that in most cases will make a certain amount of sense, but it won't survive serious scrutiny. But within its own universe, 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, and from what I've seen, Zero Time Dilemma, are actually all work. They mesh together really well, and their universe is actually really consistent with itself.
Selfish, isn't he?
But yeah, it is based in... Yeah, it is based in real-world applications. But yeah, the Kurt Vonnegut novel is where I believe that is where Ice 9 came from in the first place. I think it's a little different, but you know.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Okay. Still frozen? Still frozen. Here. Rope. Bottle. Item. Crush things up. And combine that. Junpei's IQ is consistent except for like 5 minutes, where he completely works out a puzzle pretty much on his own, and then pieces together every bit of a conversation he's had to figure out who Ace is, and what Ace's deal is. I think I'm out with the rope. Right now, yes, okay.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice and make sure the lid's closed.
And again, we've seen this before. Explode a bottle. Have Santa put his hands on a grill to warm up instead of just over the grill, because Santa's brilliant like that. Chicken. Grill. And C plus 10 plus F. That's not what I wanted to click on. I thought it was 44. Hang on. Let's not make the mistake I made last time. There we go. And now we get out of here. That puzzle's answer is 43, not 42. Why it makes you click on the door one last time after everybody's gotten so excited about opening it, I don't know.
I think we've been here before.
But here we go. Hello, Jibruin. Welcome back. VLR, you have to click on it multiple times sometimes. Yeah, that is the worst part of Virtue's Last Reward. Whenever you transition from point A to point B, you get to watch a little cutscene where it shows your dot on a map moving to where you go through, and it shows every door animation and elevator animation on the way. It just gets really, really grating considering how many times you have to see them. They're kind of neat the first couple of times, but after that, they're just kind of, okay, hurry up. Welcome back. Yeah, the freezer actually plays out the exact same way we played the first time. So, you know. If you saw the first run of the freezer, you saw what happened this time. We learned about a substance called Ice-9, which is supposedly ice that doesn't melt until it's 96 degrees. And a whole bunch of, you know, talking about glycerin crystallizing and apparently glycerin learning to crystallize. Ooh, that's not a good thing. It's a good thing you could help bandage him up, but having to do it is not a good thing. We're almost done with the fast forwarding bit. Once we pass through the next door, which will be door 7, which you've seen, it leads to the operating room. Ace is going to take a nap. And if you missed the last stream, yes, Ace is evil. And now we do have to, we do actually have to go through door 7 to continue on towards the true ending. Which we have done before. So, if not all, most of this text should be marked as, marked as already taken care of. Yeah, no science boy this time. No, Ace is evil. Trust me. It's already been confirmed he's evil on the last playthrough.